And here we go, guys, with another Risk Global Domination game with exciting blizzards and intermediate plus ranked players. I really liked this blizzard in Brazil since it only makes South America with only one border, and also those blizzards make Africa with only two borders, so that is going to be a really exciting game for sure. I mean, the South American player could expand to North America and hold both of the Americas with only two borders to guard, and the African player could expand into Europe and hold both of these continents with only two borders to guard as well. So that looks like it's going to be a really fun game, guys. And the black player sent me a alliance request, so let's accept it. Let's accept it and send him thumbs up. Let's see what rank he is. He's a Grandmaster rank player. Wow, I've got a Grandmaster rank player in my game. Let's see how about white player. He's intermediate, and the green player is an expert. Let's send them the alliance request as well. The more allies, the better for me. Some players tend to take the alliances very seriously, so taking that into account, it should be really favoring me if I have alliances with everyone, but so far I've only got one ally, but alright. The green player has accepted my alliance request, and I think he will probably go for North America or so myself, maybe I should go for Europe from what it looks like, but I mean the white player probably wouldn't let me hold it that much, but I think I do not really have a better option, I will assume. So let's go for the European play and let's see if it works out in any way. So yeah, for now let's just set my troops in Europe and we are going to see how that goes, but Italy I would have really preferred to either go for any of those continents, Africa or South America, or at the very least Australia, as otherwise it looks like I might be a player without a continent at all. I will probably have to use the no continent strategy in this game. Let's see if a black player captures Australia in this very same exact turn, and yes, he did. He will be gaining some extra troops, and I think he will be helping me out of moving out from Europe as well, from what it looks like. The white player accepts my alliance request and let's send him thumbs up. Let's just capture a territory over here and let's just end my turn. And the green player can attack my territory if he needs to. Yes, and he captures one border South America. So congratulations to him. Really good congratulations to the green player, guys. Let's see what the white player does, but if he captures a continent as well, but let's send the thumbs up to the green player. The white player has strengthened in his border on Egypt, so I think he isn't really trusting me that much. So otherwise he will have just probably captured Africa, but I mean the more he takes to capture Africa, probably the better for me. We're going to see, and hopefully the black player isn't going to crush my troops. And alright, he's just moving out from Europe, so that is really good for sure. And now let's just capture one more territory over here, and maybe we will just get Europe in the very next turn. We're going to see how that goes, guys. I mean, probably the green player is going to have the strongest position since nobody's going for North America, so this way he might be really favored, but we're going to see. I mean, probably two other players, the white and black players, cannot really focus on me that much. Well, maybe now we can, but in the future we won't be really able to if the green player actually expands North America, then he will be the strongest player in this game. But it looks like he's taking his turn to make, but alright, he will just capture 3 troops territory of the black player over here, or what is he going to do? Or he could capture 2 troops of a white player in one of those territories. But alright, he takes a really unfavorable blitz roll, but he managed to win this one. Let's see what about the white player's plans, what he's going to do. Alright, he is adding some troops over here, so he will get a 100% blitz, but no, he will immediately capture Africa and that will be it. But he got a very bad blitz roll. Let's see what the black player is going to do. He captures a territory. Alright, he didn't crush my 4 troops army, so that is really good for sure. And also let's just move my troops out from North America and finally capture Europe. I mean, players maybe won't let me hold it, I don't know. We're going to see how that goes. But it's better to capture it immediately rather than waiting for multiple turns before we got very strong. So this way I can immediately know whether we're fine with me holding Europe or whether we won't be fine, but alright, the green player will capture North America, but hopefully he doesn't invade me into Europe. And alright, let's send him thumbs up. I will be completely fine. I will be completely fine with him holding North America. I mean, I'm in a very vulnerable position with Europe. I mean, I'm in the middle among all of us 3 players, so I cannot really do much. On the looking from another side, I really like what the green player fortified his troops over here, as this way the black player can invade the green player from Kamchatka without wasting many troops and even take over South America himself. But let's see what is he actually going to do, and I think it will probably make much. But alright, he lets the green player capture North America and even protects him. I see let's green attack the black player because of that, and yeah. I mean, I really want to show the green player that I'm a loyal ally of him, and we are going to see how that works out. But maybe the black player has the alliance requests with him as well. Or maybe the green player will just equally guard both of his borders, and we will see how that goes. But let's see if the white player invades me or what he's going to do. But come on, alright, he actually adds some troops over here, but yeah, he's kinda shielded by me over here, so that probably isn't too much promising. But yeah, I think if a black player invaded the green player in his last turn, then I think we could have really seek to eliminate the green player from the game. But right now the green player probably gets to get back to the game. But yeah, we're going to see, guys. Alright, he wants, yeah, I will send him thumbs up over here. I think I will just, for now, I'll just use the European turtle strategy over here, and we'll just capture a territory over here, making the white player a territory to attack as well, as otherwise with me leaving 3 troops over here and having some troops on Siberia as well, he wouldn't have a territory to attack of 1 troop, so this way he can be sure to have at least 1 troop territory to attack, so he wouldn't invade me into Europe. But yeah, the green player is going to get a really strong position with the black player not initially invading the green player, but on the other hand, every player plays in his best interest, and whether it was in best interest of the black player, I don't know. But we are going to see how that turns out to the black player and all of the players in general. I mean, if a black player invaded the green player, then I could have seek to attack the green player as well, but right now I'm setting for the turtling strategies, being among all of those players. So yeah, I think it might be a long game. Let's capture a territory over here and fortify my troops right here. I mean, probably might be the smartest for the green player to build his position, but yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, he probably should take his time and just wait till he gets more and more stronger. Alright, he wipes me out from here, so I will capture 1 troop territories, I assume. Or what is his plan? Maybe the black player or the white player send him an attack request to attack me, I don't know. But or the white player... Alright, the white player himself will wipe out the green player from Asia, so this way I can be assured that the white and green players aren't allies with each other, but I don't really appreciate him putting his army over here, as this way I will be prevented from getting out, so unless I want to crush the white player's army myself. So yeah, let's see what the black player does, whether he moves out his army from over here, and yes, he does from what it looks like. Yes, he does, guys. Do I have a set? I do have a set which I could use to invade the green player, I assume, but probably that wouldn't be too smart decision, as I mean, this way I could be really attacked by the white and black players, so I should really trust them, really have a big trust in them, as otherwise I will just be eliminated first from a game. But it looks like we're equally strong with the green player, and the black player with Australia alone is even the strongest player, 65 troops, wow. But yeah, I think the game will mostly depend on the green player, on what he is going to do. I don't know, and maybe I shouldn't even guard Ukraine and Iceland borders, so this way, and actually remove my troops from Western Europe as well, so this way the black and white players will get the way to invade the green player into Greenland in the evented. So I think that will be my plan. The black player is using the double-headed Australian turtle strategy over here, having his army in Indian China. Attack my territory if you need to, and yes, sure, white player. I will make you a territory to attack as well. And let's send him this one. And yeah, let's tell him to attack my territory if he needs to. And alright. He sends me thumbs up as well. The green player trades an asset and let's see what he's going to do. And he strengthens his outer border, but no, he switches to another army, but he ghosted back again. And alright, he probably saw what could potentially backfire him, but yeah, that someone could invade through just that, but yeah, so yeah. That was smartly played by the green player, and so far I have no idea how this game is going to go, guys. I mean, it was really up to the black player to invade the green player, but he decided that he will let the green player hold his continents and even protect him, so because of that I'm not really sure which way this game is going to go, but it might be a stalemating situation, as I think with the green player getting very strong right now, I think none of the players will like to invade the green player into his continent. That will require to really waste a bunch of troops, but on the other hand we could really team up on the green player as well. But yeah, or I mean, maybe I should make the initiative to do something about the green player. I mean, otherwise this game will be really stalemating and the green player might win it anyway. But at the very least we might have some fun. Let's tell the white player to attack the green player and the black player to attack the green player as well. As I mean, if the green player isn't doing anything himself, then maybe I will just try doing something myself. Or on the other hand, I could just wait till the green player finally decides to take one of us out. But either me, white, or the black player after getting stronger. Probably the wait will be the best, but probably wouldn't be that much of a fun, and I mean the green player wouldn't necessarily do that. So I am really thinking what to do right now, and I mean, let's just play in a fun way. What about if I fortify my army over here? I mean, that might make me eliminated first, but at least I might have some fun. Let's tell them to attack the green player, both of my allies. Whatever. Alright, the green player has just too strong of a border right here, and yeah. Alright, he just fortifies his army over here, which could make the black player to invade the black player through that border. Let's tell the black player to attack the green player. Or I mean, if we do not really show me an intention to help out at all, then maybe I will probably just be without a continent at all, and maybe we will be forced to help me out this way, if we don't want the green player to dominate this game. And yes, attack the green player, please. But alright, he just blocks me the way, but or I mean he actually intends to protect me, to shield me from the green player over here, thought the black player cannot attack the green player right now. But alright, the black player will just be a turtling player right now, so this is what I don't really like too much. So I mean, let's just let the green player to invade me into Europe, and then we will be forced to help me out this way, as otherwise the green player is just going to dominate this game. So yeah, otherwise the green player is going to dominate, so we're not going to win this way by the green player taking me out, which will equalize their chances to win, the white and black players' chances to win. But so this way we gotta show some effort in that as well. Otherwise the green player will just probably win the game, but maybe that will still won't be enough for now. I don't know, we're going to see. The black player is a grandmastering player, and I think he will probably rely on the turtling strategies. White player, I don't know, but probably he will do the turtling strategy as well. I mean probably none of them will waste some troops on the green player. I don't know. Alright, he sent them up the white player. I mean, I can attack, but please attack those players as well. And yeah, the black player just goes to the turtling strategy over here, but let's encourage them to team up. Let's them show, maybe they doesn't really know how to do it. Let's tell the white player to attack green and the black player to attack green as well. Let's do it this way. Let's crush some troops into the black player and let's send them thumbs up, and let's just repeat them to attack the green player. Let's see if they follow or not. On the other hand, that could potentially make the green player mad and he will just take me out. Let's see what the green player is going to do right now, guys. Let's see, let's send cards for both my allies, and maybe to border both of the America strategy will be defeated in this way. I don't know. It looks like the green player is taking his turn, thinking what he is going to do next, and will he just disconnect or what he is going to do? What is he going to do, guys? Here is the biggest question, but I mean, yeah, I really wanted to progress this game in some way, and what he's just disconnecting in the strongest position, or whether he intends to use this comeback disconnection strategy of disconnecting, of pretending of leaving the game, but then actually with the other players letting his bot to become strong, coming to this game back after some turns. As when some player disconnects, usually the real players just focusing on each other, leaving the bot alone, so this way the bot grows really strong. But alright guys, let's see what the black player does. I mean, probably one case or another, probably it will be still the best to get rid of the green player, but not sure. I mean, probably yeah. Let's see. Alright, I mean, the green player is still offline, and I mean the white and black players are balancing each other out, so yeah, I think I can totally afford crushing these troops, even though it's a bit of a waste, but this way we can be assured that the green player won't have success even if he reconnects and gets back to the game again after some turns, so yeah. Even though it's a bot, we should still really pay the attention to it, as some players really like to use the disconnection strategy after pretending to being disconnected and then actually coming back to the game after some turns, so yeah. And I mean, if the green player came back to the game, then probably most likely he would like to eliminate me, so that's another reason for me to crush the green player, even though he's a bot. But alright, I think the white player is quite aggressive. I don't really would like what the game will be given away to the black player. But let's see what the black player is going to do. Hopefully he will crush some troops of the green player as well. He's thinking what to do, and it looks like he will be using his biggest army. And let's see what he decides to do with that. Hopefully he doesn't take me out. I think that will give the game for the white player, but let's see what is he going to do over here. Alright, he just came back. I think in order to be safe, it's better for me to trade in asset, and I will just capture just a few territories of a green player, fortifying my army back. And hopefully the white player doesn't over-destroy himself on the green bot. That wouldn't be really too smart, as otherwise the game could be given to black. So the white player should be really careful when it comes to that. I mean, he could crush some smaller army, but he shouldn't really crush a big army. So he shouldn't really crush even 25 troops in Western Europe of the green player. But it looks like he's attacking black, and this is what I really like as well. So yeah, let's send this up to the white player. I think the white player will probably be my best ally in this endgame, as I mean, after some time I could just capture North America and the white player could expand to Europe. Let's invade the green bot over here. And I think I will just fortify some more troops so it will be recaptured easily. And yeah, thumbs up white player. Thanks for sending it for me. And right, the green bot is right now attacking the territories of the black player. Thought I'm not too much of a fan of him unleashing the black player's army, the biggest Australian army. So yeah. Let's see what the white player does. I will really like him crushing some troops of the black player, but he will crush the 6 troops army of the black player in Siberia. Alright, he just leave those troops over here, and which is really fun also. I'm not sure whether it's to be like more of a shield for me, or whether he wouldn't appreciate me going for North America. But yeah, I think my biggest attention right now will be just deal with the green player, so this way it will be mutually beneficial for the white player. I mean, while I will expand to North America, he could expand to Europe. So yeah, let's just crush some more troops over here as well and fortify my army back over here. The green bot is getting weaker and weaker every turn, and I'm wondering when it will finally be the time when he gets eliminated from the game. We are going to see, and let's see what the white player does, whether he captures Asian territories or whether he moves into North America. But alright, he just stops right here and leaves his army just right here. So I think maybe he didn't really have any actual serious plan with his Asian army like I could have potentially thought at first. Let's see what the black player does. Let's tell him to attack the green player as well. I mean, the black player is the strongest player and doesn't waste his troops on the green bot, but I mean, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to if he doesn't want. I mean, getting to the 3-player situation, it will probably be the least promising situation with him being the Australian player thought. I mean, he could hold Australia and Asia with 2 borders as well, Ukraine and Kamchatka, but this way nobody will hold Europe. This way will nobody hold Europe. Alright, let's trade in a set and let's just crush some armies of the green player again. I mean, let's just do this one, and that's it, guys. But come on, the green player trades in a set at 3 cards. 3 cards in this. And probably will be harder to eliminate than I thought at first. It really depends on what other players do. I mean, the black player is the strongest player, so he is right now who is supposed to crush more troops, but on the other hand, getting rid of the green player would be favoring him the least, so for that case, I understand why he doesn't do that. But the black and white players are kinda similar with troop wise, so I could probably eliminate the green player, but on the other hand, if I start crushing some more troops of the green player and when the green player follows, and when the white player follows, then maybe the game will be given away to black. But alright, let's just crush these territories right now and fortify my army back right here. Let's see if the green player is going to do some splits, and yes, he does. Yes, the green bot does, but yeah, that's hilarious. When that the green player was the strongest player, he had the 2 Americas really strong guard and was supposed to win the game, but he just decided to disconnect and leave the game. This is what he decided to do, guys. Let's see what the white player does. Hopefully he doesn't attack the green player. I mean, right now the white and black players are at the same number of troops, but on the other hand, the black player has more cards right now. And I mean, on the other hand, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst endgame for the black players. I mean, if white and black players team up on me, then I will be in the worst situation as the weakest player. I mean, we could just capture those continents and just team up on me with me being the player with the weakest continent and the only player who doesn't have a secondary continent which will be much bigger. Alright, let's just crush this small army of 4 troops over here and end my turn again. Let's end my turn again. Let's see what the white player is going to do. Alright, he just captures 1 troop territory over here. I mean, the black player could even crush the green player's troops even if he wanted with the white player blocking him, but on the other hand, he will be accessible to crush these troops over here, maybe. But yeah, it looks like I'm the one who shows the biggest intention to progress this game, while the black and white players probably would like to be much more in a stalemating stage, at least the black player, since he is the strongest and doesn't really do much. So yeah. Let's just fortify my army over here, I assume. And please do not have a set again. Do not have a set. Let's see what the white player does. Alright, he just captures 1 troop territory of mine without even crushing an army of the green player over here. I mean, the black player is obviously the strong. Maybe it's the time when I should finally capture... Maybe it's the time when I finally should capture North America. I don't know. I think maybe we're going to see, guys. Let's tell the white player to attack the black player. Let's actually fortify my army over here and let's just see how that goes. Let's just see how that goes, guys. Bet the green player traded and I said, but I mean, if the white player attacks me right now, then I think he will be really giving the game for black. So we're going to see how that goes. I mean, I'm the weakest player, so I think it should be really fun to let me regain some troops to catch up to the other players. I mean, but alright, the white player looks like the white player is taking the green player completely out and is going to have 1 border as well, I assume, if he guards mostly against the black player as well. Let's send him thumbs up. But alright, he actually properly guards against me as well. So that's a bit complicated, but we are going to see how that goes, guys. So far I'm more inclined to be in alliance with the white player, since at the same time he is more progressing the game than the black player, and also at the same time he has been a better ally for me, I would assume. Alright, black player fortified his army over here, but it isn't really going to change my mind. I will just leave my army here. Probably I shouldn't crush his troops, so I'm not going to do it. And let's hope that the white player will be a loyal ally for me as well. The game is kinda getting to this stalemating stage again, but yeah, we are going to see how that goes, guys. But right now we've just two dominating players instead of only one, like it was the case with the green player back then. I'm mostly wondering what the black player is going to do. But alright, he still continues building a big army, and I will do the same. And not sure, maybe the white player will do something. Maybe right now it will actually be the smartest strategy to build up some troops, as I mean, even if we have those strong continents, the black player is still the strongest player, but maybe we will surpass him soon, at least the white player will, from what it looks like. And I mean, since the white player is stronger than me, he should show an initiative for me to attack the black player first, to crush some troops into him. So yeah, and we are going just to see how that game's turn out. And it looks like the black player has just backed out. So let's actually attack a territory over here. And yeah, and I mean, how about if I don't even guard against the white player? Maybe the white player will appreciate me more. Let's tell him to attack the black player. As I mean, with 15 troops army, the white player had more troops on that border anyway, so he would have been able to crush that either. While right now it's no troops on this way, so this way, if I want to betray the white player, then I can always attack him into Iceland. So yeah. But right now, what the black player wouldn't suicide into any of us, I think it's just better to wait till we have more troops on him. So yeah, I think that will be my plan. Or, as I mean, I could immediately start crushing some troops in the black player, but knowing that public players really suicide once they really get mad on someone, I think it's better to wait to decrease those chances. But we're going to see that maybe the black player will come up with some interesting plan. Alright, let's just capturing one troop territories for now, I guess. I mean, I already showed to the white and the black players how to team up on other players, and I mean, in this case, specifically for the white player, since he could just start crushing some troops into the black player's army, like how I did into the green player's one, so the white player should really know that right now. And I mean, the white player is even stronger than me, so yeah. So he shouldn't really expect that I will be the first one to do the dirty work, start that dirty work into crushing some troops into the black player. I shouldn't do the dirty work for the white player. He has to start crushing the troops into the black player first, since he is much stronger than me right now. Well, not by that much, but still by a bit, so yeah. Black player trades an asset, and I still even at this point cannot surpass him with troop wise. But let's trade in a asset over here. And let's just end my turn right here back. I mean, at some sense it's even good that the black player keeps capturing that territory, as maybe eventually the white player will just unleash the black player's army towards himself, but who knows, guys, we'll see. We are just going to see how that goes. Or maybe I should start crushing some troops into the black player anyway, as I mean, if he suicides, then he's going to suicide into me anyway. I mean, either way. Maybe let's just wait for a bit more. Maybe just for a bit more, guys. But I mean, the white player should really show the initiative first, as he really should just get down to my troops level if he wants that I will attack the black player as well, that I will be willing to waste some troops on the black player to make it mutually beneficial for both of us. So otherwise, the white player will just be taking me advantage. on me. But alright, it looks like the black player himself started manual rolling some troops on the white player. So that is really promising for sure. Maybe it will make the white player a bit mad. And I mean, if the white player doesn't want to team up with me, then I would like, in this case, I would really like to team up with another player, in this case black, but looking to the position wise, probably I wouldn't really like to do that, as otherwise the black player will just probably get the turtling strategies back again, while I and the white player wouldn't hold our continents anymore, or at least like the biggest ones continents. But let's see what the white player is going to do, and whether he had finally enough of this game, or is he just going to split some troops to crush into the black player. Alright, and yes, he did that. But let's see what about the black player's response. Alright, I really like what he did, as if a black player is going to suicide, then he will just suicide into the white player right now. So in this case I win, but let's see what he does. I mean, if he does win, then he just gives away the game for me, so that wouldn't really be smart in case his plan is to win this game. But alright, here's the moment of truth, guys, what he's going to do. But alright, it looks like he is just manual rolling. It looks like he's just manual rolling with white player, which is something I really like to see. So I'm really happy that the black player isn't a suiciding player. Let's tell the white player to attack black, and thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. And let's just crush some troops into the black player, and just let's end my turn. Let's see what if the white player follows and does the same. I mean at this point the black player could suicide on one of us, but that wouldn't just be a really interesting game. It isn't really an interesting game when someone suicides and just gives the game a really easy win to another player. Alright, the white player didn't crush any troops into a black player, but on the other hand, I'm still quite stronger with troop wise. So he doesn't have to do the dirty work for me, but if I get to his troop level, then I think he should really consider doing that. And alright, let's just trade in a set, guys, and let's attack the black player again. Let's tell him to attack the black player. Thumbs up. Let's crush my army into the black player again, and that's it, guys. That's it. And let's see if a white player follows and does the same. I mean, right now he should crush some troops into the black player. I mean, I won't be doing the dirty work for him if he doesn't, but let's see. But is he taking the second place? But alright, it looks like he's just taking the second place. Or does he hope to get a really good blitz on my army? Well, let's actually see, since he should have a really big attacker's advantage, since it's a really big army. So let's see how that turns out to the white player. Maybe he even wins if he gets a really good blitz roll. I mean, it's all up to the blitz roll. Let's see how good of it will be, and it looks like, and if a white player wins, then it will be really exciting anyway, but let's see what he does. But alright, here's the moment of truth, guys. Here's the moment of truth, and let's see what if he even wins that blitz roll. Let's see. Alright, he captures one more territory, and here we go. Alright, he didn't get a good one, so this way I'm just winning the game myself. It was a mistake for the white player to take out the black player at this point of the game, I would assume, and I think that really confirms that. But alright, GG, let's just send it GG, and let's wipe out the white player from over here. Let's split like 10 troops, I assume, but I don't know, maybe too much, maybe not. Alright, I got a bad blitz roll and failed this one, but doesn't much matter, I think. Even if I don't win right here in Western, and I will just finish taking the white player in the next turn, and I will just trap him in Australia, I assume. So yeah, guys, I think I'm really winning this game easily. I think it was a decent shot by the white player, but I think he really decided to go for that plan too early, and this way the game will be just given away to me. But I mean, I'm not sure to odds, but I mean, the white player's army was still quite weaker than mine, so I think that was a misplay. But otherwise, if the armies were more similar, then I think it might have really turned out like a great play for the white player. But in this case, I think it was too risky, just too much risk for the white player. But yeah, this game has actually turned out into a really great, interesting game. And that's a W, guys. That's a GG, good game. That was a really exciting game for sure. Please watch more.